One of the reasons I set up Zenpath, and I feel like I've got to do it step by step, is to help parents understand energy so that they can help their children. And and I thought actually I need to start with just kind of generally trying to help everybody, but it seems to me that there's a group of children that can't wait for um, research. They're in school, they're struggling. Some of them are excluded from school. Schools quite often have, these kind of breakout rooms, calm rooms, and the schools feel ill-equipped to be able to cope with the level of children that are struggling. And I'd just like to tell you, kind of my take on it, from an energy point of view. So I'm a craniosacral therapist. So I've had 13 years working as a craniosacral therapist. I graduated in 2013. And what I discovered on this course and subsequently, because I think we learn all every day, it's whole life is like a learning, is that our energy fields have changed. Okay, so when I graduated, I was taught to palpate, so you can kind of come in with your imagination. I'm standing with my hands on the feet, and you come in with your imagination and you kind of go, oh, there's the edge of their energy field or their concentration of themselves. So it's like the ready bright glow, your aura or your biomagnetic field. Okay, and then you could feel where it starts, and then you can kind of very gently kind of almost like engage with it. So I think that's how psychics work, because they can tune straight in, and the information that you hold around your field as well as in your body is huge. Anyway, that's by the by. But so what I want to do now is help people understand why some of us are sensitive, and so therefore get out of kind of like a connection to themselves, and why they're struggling on an energetic, on an emotional level. But it's energy, it's all energy. Okay, so let's just pare it all back and let's be really, really simple. Okay, we have a physical body and we have a mind that is trying its best to help the physical body to to give it kind of techniques. And maybe you've been spent your whole life trying to fix yourself. You might have been going to therapy or taking your child to be try to be fixed. Some may have gone down the medication route. Some may be doing kind of different courses or whatever, or breathing techniques, or going to the gym, or you start trying to fix yourself in controlling what you're eating, how many steps you do, whether you do meditation, what exercise, whether you do kickboxing, tai chi, or Pilates, or yoga, or whatever it is. It's like we've made life a battle, or a fight, or a challenge. It's like, so in that, what we're trying to do is really, if you think about it, you're trying to connect to the essence of who you are. Who are you? Do you understand, fully, deeply understand your body? I think 90% of people don't. They don't realise how important this energy field is. Now let's get back to the energy field. The energy field, as I said, in 2013, nearly everyone's was about an arm's length from the body. Now, and I would say probably in the last 8 years, certainly, maybe 9, maybe more, the energy field is wider. It's like 10 to 12 feet from the body. Some of it's even wider than that. And I'm thinking, whoa. So now this is an absolute fact, is 25% of people are highly sensitive or empaths. And so they pick up information from other people. They'll pick up the sense in a room. They'll pick up maybe the fact that the lawn is being cut. They may be their skin. They may be sensitive to touch. Everything might be too noisy for them, so they can't actually cope with the noise. And it's because they have a sensitive, energetic field, right? Now, we don't understand how to control this because we don't understand it. We don't understand the fact that it is 12, 13 feet from the body. So what happens if it's 12 or 13 feet from the body? What happens when someone comes into that energy field? So what happens to your child when he goes to school and he may have had a very nice, relaxing, chilled weekend, playing outside, dig for worms or whatever, having a really lovely, gentle time. And he goes into school and he sits next to someone who's had a shocker of a weekend. Maybe there's been arguments in that house. Maybe there's been, a family tragedy. Maybe there's been an accident. Maybe there's just a general low level stress within that household. What happens when those two children sit next door to each other is that the one who's had a lovely, gentle weekend is going, why does coming to school make me feel like this? Because they don't understand the difference between linking in with someone else's energy and their own energy field. Now, this is what I teach. This is where I come from. And it's the basis of craniosacral therapy that we deal with the energy field around us, the physical body and the mind, and that everything needs to work in harmony. And once we do that, the mind can really kick in because it understands that it has to take the energy field into account. So what I try and help people do is they have to know exactly how to ground and ground properly, and so that it becomes like second nature. Okay, then there's the energy field around you that needs to be cleansed. So different techniques for that again, but I don't want to add to your to-do list. I don't want to create another challenge for you. That's not the idea. What I'm about is a deep understanding. And when you're understanding it, the fear goes away, particularly around the fear of whether your child is okay. What's wrong with my child? Why can't my child sit still at school? Why can't he why does he behave differently at school or in different environments than he does at home? His behavior changes. Watch your child. See how they respond in different areas. It's energy. They are picking up other people's energies. So, actually, this is the reason why I wanted to do Zenpath in the first place, is to help the parents. So if I help the parents truly understand that this energy field that is overlapping with other people, to understand their own energy field, they can pass on those techniques to their children. And also, can you imagine that, let's say a family of 4, one of you, if you're going by the statistics, one of you is a sensitive person, and children arrive in this world without all the heavy burdens that we've collected out through our lives, so they tend to be the ones that are actually quite sensitive. And if you think, I've got a sensitive child, I've got a sensitive baby, you've always had that feeling that that you have to be kind of gentle with them, then yes, you have an empath as a child or a highly sensitive person, and it would be fantastic. It would be the biggest gift you could give your child, is to understand about energy and your energy field and how your mind can help the energy field, and so it can help everything within the relationship between your energetic body and your physical body and your mind. And when that all comes into play, it's like when I explain this to people, sometimes so if you're feeling a little bit emotional now, like, ooh, she gets this, listen to that. If you feel something when I'm saying this, it's a knowing. So listen to that too, okay? So what I would really like to do is to equip the parents with the knowledge so that they can help their sensitive child, or them. They may be the sensitive one, or there may be more than 1 in 4 of you that are sensitive. And a lot of behavioural problems at school, when children have been diagnosed with some sort of, anger issues, it's good to understand what's going on with a diagnosis like that. But if you really want to go a bit deeper and understand the energy field and why they feel overwhelmed and they can't cope in certain environments or with certain tasks, then first start with understanding what it feels like in your own body to be fully grounded, to have a clear energy field with boundaries, and to feel strong in your own power. Because when you feel strong in your own power, you can sit with your child and explain to your child how they can feel a bit more like you. And you being strong, instead of worrying about them, you being strong and powerful and centered and calm will have a ripple effect out to the whole of your family. So I'm just saying that actually that is the biggest gift that you can give anyone, is to understand it for yourself so that you can share it. And that is why I set up Zenpath. Email me, send me a message, download the app. There's loads for free. And yeah, so send me a message, and we'll see what's going on with you and your family and or friends, or you yourself. And if this makes sense, you might be getting goosebumps, or you might have that deep feeling, or you might have like a bit of an emotional release of, generally it's relief. If you're getting that, feel that, and you know that this is the right path to investigate more.